comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, very comfortable. Yeah.
So how's it going so far, George? How's the knee coming along?
I'm ahead of schedule, and for the time that I had the surgery and the time that I'm doing my rehab, I'm ahead of schedule. So it's I feel good, I feel better every week, and the most dangerous thing is that I feel too good, and I try to do too much, and I hurt myself again because now my graft is still not fused properly. So even though my muscle feels strong and not as strong as it's supposed to be, like when it's strong, but it's strong enough to feel good. The danger is that I go too fast and I hurt myself again. And I made a mistake once. That's how I got hurt, and I don't want to do it again. So I have to listen to the doctor.
And so for now, though, you've been saying it looks like summertime you could fight.
No,
No.
I never said that.
Oh.
Summertime, I might be back in training around July. Because like I said, even though I will feel good, the danger is that I will try to come back too fast, and my graft inside, it's not fused properly. That muscle-wise, I might feel good this summer. I might feel 100%, but inside it's still not fused. The nerve and the blood vessel are still not all connected together. So that's the danger. My ACL, my ligament, it will not be completely as strong as it should be. So that's why I need to take time. I know people want me to come back fast, and I want to come back very fast, but I don't want to mess it up. And there's a lot on the line. The doctor I did the surgery, he says to me, don't mess this up. My reputation is on the line, and the rehab people that I'm with, so it's like a team, and I respect them. I respect what they say, and I will listen to them until the end.
What are you doing now, though, in the interim when you can't work out completely? Are you doing anything to
Well,
stay
I
loose?
had to follow a protocol the first 6 weeks after my surgery, a protocol that most people follow. It's always the same thing, same exercise. After 6 weeks, I felt very good. So I normally take like 8 to 12 weeks to feel like I felt after 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks, the doctor gave me the 2 thumbs up, so I got transferred to a different place, a different department. I train at SSL training. It's a place that they train. They do stuff that is not very conventional. All their training is based on the research that they have done in USSR during the communist time. Back then they tried to create the super athlete. They had unlimited resources and budget, and they tried to create the super athlete. And they don't lift weight. They train in very different ways than most normal people train. And a lot of professional athletes had incredible result training that way. Like one of the American football players, Troy Palamalu, trained with the same kind of system, and so it's not a new system actually. I believe that's what works best, and I never did it in my life. And I always wanted to meet Gavin. I wanted to train with him for a long time, and now that I'm hurt, and it's perfect time to rehab my knee and to be able to learn from that new type of training.
Okay.
George, what do you think of the primetime show so far?
It's good. I mean, it's a good promotion for the fight. Like I don't really stop at watching it. To tell you the truth, I try to focus on me. I'm not trying to focus on what the other guy is doing because I don't control that. So I focus to be the best I can be every day, and like that I will come back faster and stronger.
You've said that Nick was disrespectful and that you really wanted to beat him. So does that mean on Saturday night you're going to be sitting there kind of rooting for him to win?
Yeah, of course. I want Nick Diaz to win for 2 reasons. One is, first is the fight that everybody wanted to see. He's a champion at Strikeforce, and I'm champion of UFC back before, and I like the format, champion versus champion. And I always what lights fire in me, it's always challenges. When I don't have challenge, I feel a little bit dead. I feel unmotivated. But when I have challenge, that's where I'm at my best. And also everything that you have says, a lot of it is him and his trainer has questioned my integrity in the sport. They said I was taking steroid and stuff like that publicly, and I always been fair. I never cheat in my life, and you know, it's something to promote a fight, but it's something else when you attack someone personally, and I don't think it's the right way to promote a fight. But it is what it is, and that's why it gives me more motivation to fight it. So I wish he will win. But whoever win, it's serious competition, you know. So I will train as hard as I can, and I will be the best I could be, and I will fight the winner.
Well, he did say, actually, I interviewed him at UFC 141, and he did say actually that he knows that fighters get hurt all the time, and that he does understand that, and that he actually didn't think that, you know, you were ducking him. He believes you were hurt because he gets hurt too. So I think maybe what he said before, maybe I don't know, was in the heat of the moment, but regardless of what he says now, you still feel like you need to put him in his place.
Nick is not crazy. Nick is a very smart guy. People, they're like, oh, Nick is crazy. That's a persona that he has to intimidate people. You know, it's like a guy at school, a bully. You know, that remember people that used to bully me before. They try to make me believe they're ready to kill people, and that's not true. He's a very clever guy. He's a very smart guy. He's very smart at what he does, you know, and one of the reasons that he's where he is in his life, he's very successful, is because he's very smart. So I don't buy this thing that, oh, he's crazy, you know, and I don't buy it. He's not crazy. He's a very smart guy, and the way he portrays himself sometimes is not the same as who he truly is. I don't believe Nick Diaz is a bad human being. That's not what I said. Through my eyes, he's very disrespectful because I'm gonna fight him. You know, it's not. He has the need to hate his opponent to fight him. For me, there is nothing personal into a fight. I don't need to hate my opponent to fight him. Of course, if there is a little bit of fire between the both of us, it gives me a drive. So the only thing he did by lightning, he just light more fire in me, and that's where I'm at my best. When I fight a nice guy, I don't have the same drive that I have when someone you know, put me like I'm against the hedge, for example, like Koscheck, Matt Serra, Josh Koscheck, BJ Penn. I never perform as well in my career when I fought a guy that is, you know, that question my integrity.
George, you said at UFC 137 you felt like every time you saw Nick, he wanted to fight you on sight. What incidents led you to believe that?
That's not true. That I don't believe he wants to fight me. He won't make me believe that he wants to fight me, but he doesn't want to fight me. People think he wants to fight me. That's what he looks like. But I believe he's a very clever guy. He does that to intimidate me. But I'm not afraid of Nick Diaz. And if I see him somewhere, and I have to go somewhere, and I have to pass by the same area, of course I'm not gonna try to pass close to him. You know, I don't like confrontation. You know, but you can be sure that if something happened and I'm close and I'm in a way that I have no way out, and he comes up to me and I feel my safety, my well-being jeopardized, I will swing for the fence. And this is a normal reaction to a human being. It's self-defense. But I do not believe Nick Diaz want to fight me, especially not before a fight. Before he was fighting BJ Penn, he want to try to intimidate me. Maybe he thinks he does because I try to avoid, because I don't like. The reason why I don't like, even the guy is 3 foot tall. I don't. He's in a wheelchair. I don't care if he. I just don't like confrontation. So if I can avoid a confrontation, I will avoid it against whoever it is.
Being one of the signature fighters of the UFC, do you feel a certain responsibility, though, to conduct yourself in a certain way and others don't?
Exactly that. People, they misunderstand sometimes, because I stand for something bigger than myself. What I mean by that is I want to be a role model. I know there's a lot of people looking up to me, and it's not because I'm nice to people. They take my kindness for weakness. Believe me, I have a lot of demon in my head, and people has no idea how dark I am in my head. But I keep everything inside, and I don't want to show it, because that's not my line of conduct. And the way it comes out, it's in the fight. When I fight, I'm able to release it, and when I'm training, I'm able to release it. But I have something that I stand for, and I don't want to act I don't want to have a bad image, and I want to show a good I want to be a good role model for, especially for kids that look up to me. Because when I was young, I had a lot of problem when I was young, and I could have turned very bad the way I grew up. I grew up with a lot of violence and a lot of problem. And I remember the guy that I look up to at the time was Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky was a perfect role model, always well-spoken, very humble, and I was looking up to him a lot, and I wanted to be like him. So that's how I become like this. I want to do the same thing for a kid that is looking up to someone and want to be like him.
So does that mean it's a little bit of an effort to keep it in control? And
it is very hard. Yeah. It is very hard. You know, that's why you deserve, you know, that it's very hard. If I would go and answer back to Nick Diaz and say F word and this and that, of course I want to do it. Like, there is nobody, you know what I mean? I want to answer back. I would like, you know, but it's not, like I said, I stand for something bigger than myself, you know, even though I want to do it, but I have a line of conduct, and I want to respect that.
Because you don't want to recreate what was happening to you when you were a kid.
Exactly. I don't want, and I want to be able to help people as well in a way. If Wayne Gretzky back then, after a hockey game, if someone give him a body check, like, I'm sure it happened sometimes, he was angry. It was like, he took the mic, he would have said, oh yeah, next time I will kill him. Like, I would have looked at this and I would be like, oh, if Wayne Gretzky do it, I'm gonna do it as well. So I will try to mimic him the way he acts. But he never did it. He always stay humble and a nice guy. And I want to do the same thing. Of course, sometimes I'm mad and I got a lot of demon in my head, but I don't show it.
So I know you've been in LA for a while. While you've been there, even though you can't fully train, have you seen Freddie Roach? Have you been at least doing some things at all physically?
I can't box right now because it's the twisting motion, and like I said, my ligament is not fused together properly yet to start that. I think in a few weeks I will be able to start slowly different, like maybe boxing, things like this. But right now it's too soon. I'm focusing on straining my leg, and the main thing for me, the most dangerous thing, like the most important thing is let the time do the healing. That's the most important thing.
So how do you stay sane though? Are you still a gym rat? Do you go